wild.
He's playing. He
Yeah,
didn't even play for the Suns anymore, and he's eating the Bucks alive.
he is. Maybe that's where their struggle is. They got rid of Ricky Rubio for Chris Paul.
The struggle Bucks.
The struggle Bucks.
Oh my gosh, is that going to potentially be the new name of this episode? The struggle Bucks.
Maybe that'll be next week if the Bucks lose again in the playoffs. That's
All
what we'll
right.
call it next week. It's not
Bold
hard to
move, calling
name.
a timeout right at the end of the or beginning of the fourth quarter.
I have my reasons. I have my reasons. It's called this isn't working. So I have my reasons.
No doubt, no doubt. Rutledge, let me ask you this: are you sipping on any cool beverages this evening?
I got a nice cup of water. What are you drinking?
Oh, I had with a great dinner. I had a elderberry kombucha. Uh, always I'm trying my hardest to stay healthy. So,
How was an elderberry what?
oh yeah, those are two words that I just put together.
What are you, like an elf in the woods?
A little bit. I mean, I am
Huh.
hairy like an elf.
Has elves aren't hairy, dwarves are hairy.
Elves can be hairy.
Name one hairy elf.
Will Ferrell.
Just so stupid. That was awesome. you would
Nevertheless, Will
you would
Ferrell.
miss round born. Back to being a sports show.
Heyo. Back to Giannis missing
Missing.
again.
I
Good
only have
night.
six. Giannis only has 6 points.
That will not do it. You need a little bit closer to one of those 40 and 10 nights.
I will just foul the heck out of Ricky Rubio. That's what we'll do.
He's doing well for us. So, um, you know, one of the things as NBA video games continue to advance, obviously rosters continue to shuffle, and not just rosters continue to shuffle, Rutledge, but we see new coaches year in and year out.
We do. And Connor and I are going to take this time to kind of trade these some coaches. I'm excited about seeing some coaches out there, and Connor is going to give the why didn't you just hire us to be your coaches take on these coaches he's not excited about. Or even just franchises where he just has question marks where why didn't they just hire us? I think we would be a good NBA front office, don't you?
I would love to be an NBA front office. I think we would crush it. I'd make sure our players had popsicles at the end of practice,
Yep.
um, and orange slices at halftime.
Yep. And I think we would rock some good suits. We would be both coach on the sideline, so we'd both be walking the sideline calling out plays.
It would be like Will Ferrell in the movie Tropic. Not I almost said Tropic Thunder. What was Will Ferrell's basket? Semi-pro,
Tropic, yeah, semi-pro. The Flint Tropics.
which is so funny. Have you ever been to Flint, Michigan?
My parents met in Flint, Michigan.
That is wonderful. Flint, Michigan, real special place. Not tropical.
No,
Not
not at
tropical.
all.
So Rutledge, who tell us which NBA team as it stands right now are you most excited about for their new coach?
I'm gonna go with the obvious one first. Nate McMillan for the Atlanta Hawks. As we remember from when we broke down the Atlanta Hawks earlier this year, they were really kind of struggling. They were having a hard time, and they fired their old coach. And now they have Nate McMillan on their team, who took them all the way to the conference finals. I think if Trae Young wasn't hurt, they could have hung in there with the Bucks, at least made it a 7-game series. But I am excited to see Nate McMillan take that franchise on his own. I think they have a lot of buy-in. I think they have the roster. So that's mine.
That
It's my
yeah, Nate
first one.
McMillan. He definitely. Sometimes coaches just have the magic touch, and I think Nate McMillan has the magic touch there. So, um, coming in at it from the other side of things, the first franchise that is just, I think, in complete shambles as it relates to their head coach is the New Orleans Pelicans. They got rid of Stan Van Gundy, which, you know, I think that in some ways it's always interesting because I think Stan Van Gundy is built for this NBA with the amount that he likes to shoot 3 pointers. Um, but On the other hand, I think Stan is not necessarily a player's coach and someone who's going to coach folks really hard. And I think that that can wear on guys. And Stan Van Gundy's like 5'5". So, as he's talking about basketball, guys are like, dude, I can dribble you. So the fact that the Pellies, although they have Zion and David Griffith, who put together a championship team when he was in Cleveland, the fact that he can't find a new head coach, I think, is very telling of where that franchise is. And I think there's some real issues there. And good luck to the Pellies here in the future.
But who wouldn't want to be able to drive to Cafe Du Monde after practice?
I would like to drive to Cafe Du Monde, but you got to remember, seeing as that's a touristy area, you're probably not driving to Cafe Du Monde. You're probably sending somebody to go to Cafe Du Monde for you.
Even better. To each their own. I still think they should hire us, but that's just me.
Well, we would just crush it.
We would be great.
So I don't know how good our team would be, but we'd have a blast.
Oh yeah, I mean we would miss some games.
We'd roll in late with 3 pairs of sunglasses on.
Yep. We would be we would be the coach. Moving on. Jeez. What is
So tell me about
defense?
another team, Rutledge, that you were just really, really excited about their new head coaching situation.
I am excited to see Chauncey Billups take the reins over in Portland. I know he was a very successful player. He is a first-year coach, but I think he's going to be sort of a mentor for Damian Lillard, who that franchise right now, they need someone to especially take care of the team and Damian and just make Rip City better. So I feel like that's a good job with some good potential to it. I also think they should get rid of Carmelo Anthony, but that's just me. That's for another show. So I'm excited to see what happens with Portland, but I think it's a one-trick pony. You have one shot to make this work, or else Damian will go away. So that's my thoughts on my next one.
Nice. Rutledge, let me ask you this. Would you rather work out with Hoodie Mello or listen to Damian Lillard try to play the violin?
Oh, what type of workout is it with Hoodie Mello?
It's leg day.
Violin, like, because I have my music degree, I could give him some pointers. I don't want to do leg day with Hoodie Mello. I don't like doing leg day with myself.
No doubt. I think Hoodie Mello would try to skip leg day.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I digress. I think that as this continues and as we go into our next coaching team that I really have some questions on, I'm going to go with my hometown Orlando Magic. And it's not because I think Coach Mosley is going to do a bad job. I just think that the Magic, I mean, he was far from their first choice. Remember, there was a while where Jason Kidd was in contention. There was, Penny Hardaway was up there. They literally, the guy that they asked to leave asked him to come back, and he said no. So he is, he's got his work cut out for him. I think Markelle Fultz, there's some definite talent there, and with the 5 and 8 draft pick, I think that you've got a lot of potential to build a team, but this is a big-time rebuild, and just because you have some high draft picks in a, quote, good draft, that doesn't mean that you're going to do well.
No, I think the gutting of Orlando was too much. It's like cutting open a fish and now you cut the sushi meat. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens with them and this next coach.
I'm having you stay in this game here.
I know. I'm within 8. 55 to go.
That you are. So we might have to figure out how to. Oh, just kidding. Oh, I was so close there. So Rutledge, who's your third team that you're just very excited about?
The Pacers with, I might get a ding for this one, Rick Carlisle. Carlesili. How do I say his name, Connor?
Rick Carlisle. Not even
Thank
close.
you. Not even ding. And
Double
that is just
ding.
for the I didn't study. That is just for the fact that he's out there and he has a proven record with them. He was successful. He took them to their conference finals. The one thing I do want to put out is I've read some reports that he angered Luka during his last season of the Mavs because he was a little bit of a micromanager coach. And you would see Luka in some games kind of just yelling over at the sidelines. So this is a veteran team. I don't know if they're going to suffer from injuries in Indiana, but I feel like this is a good hire, but I also feel like this is a high pressure hire for him that he will, unlike Chauncey Billups in Portland where he has to keep Dame happy in order to keep Damian Lillard in Portland, he has to produce and win because they brought him back because he won. So the fan base is going to be expecting him to sort of bring same results.
That's a very, very interesting take there. Pacer fans are a little different. They do have some grace. Those Midwestern fans, if they see some promise, will try to will give you a little bit longer on that leash. So as we close out the night here on
After you
Friends
nail
Stream
that three,
Sports,
you're gonna do that. As we close out the night, that hurt. That was. Don't make this etiquette good podcast etiquette.
I'm gonna
was
pick
the
my
nail in the coffin.
I'm gonna pick my team that I think has a lot of issues. Is the team that Rick Carlisle used to coach, and that is the Dallas Mavericks. I think that Luka and Kristaps, it's kind of making a toxic situation, and I don't know if Jason Kidd is ready for it.
Yeah, I can see that. You and I had a phone conversation earlier today. It says, when you're on LeBron's coaching staff, you don't coach. You're just allowed to keep coming back to work. So I could see that being a struggle.